Hello to all my college football fans and friends out there. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinnie YouTube channel sports show. I am Buckeye Vinnie. Sit back, relax, and let's talk some college football. Hands down, the best weekend in all of college football. And that's right, it is coming up. Rivalry weekend. And my friends, for me, the best rivalry in all of college football, and I have to say it, hands down, has been the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Michigan Wolverines. Two rich in tradition football programs, and it's only fitting that the first ever meeting between these two schools, you got to go all the way back, dates back to October 16th, 1897. Was the first meeting ever between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan went on to win that game 34-0. Michigan holds the all-time series in this awesome series between Michigan and Ohio State. 62 wins, 51 losses, and 6 ties. My friends, when you look at the Ohio State Buckeyes, number one ranked in the nation and very well deserving of it. A perfect 11-0, 8-0 in the Big Ten, and their defense is ranked number one in the country, only giving up 7.6 points per game. Offensively, the Buckeyes put up 38 points per game. They are led by redshirt freshman Julian Sayin. What more can you say about this young man? Wow. Completing 79% of his passes for 2,832 passing yards on the year, 27 touchdown strikes, and only 4 interceptions. My friends, that's what jumps out at me. This young man just really doesn't turn the ball over. 4 interceptions thrown in 11 games. That is awesome for a starting quarterback in college football. And this is a big reason why. Julian Sayin has managed this offense very, very well. Once again, putting up 38 points per game. Offensively, the Buckeyes average 440 yards of total offense per game. Defensively, this is impressive. They only give up 207 total yards per game to their opponents. Wow. And they only give up 80 rushing yards per game to their opponents. So my friends, bottom line, when you have a quarterback like Julian Sayin, splendid wide receivers in Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, and a very good rushing attack that has really been coming on the last 4 to 5 weeks for the Ohio State Buckeyes, I got to give kudos to the O-line. And my friends, hear me out. This game will be decided in the trenches by the Buckeyes O-line against Michigan's D-line. Now we're talking about a Michigan Wolverine team that averages 29 points a game. Defensively, they give up 18 points per game. Total offense for the Wolverines, they average 420 yards of total offense. This jumped out not in a good way at me. Defensively, the Wolverines give up a little over 300 yards of total offense per game. Now when you look at Michigan's rushing attack, this has been the bread and butter all season long for Michigan. They average 224 rushing yards per game. Wow. That's a lot of rushing yards, my friends, without a doubt. The Buckeyes will have to bring their A game, which I believe they will defensively, to stop this powered rushing attack. They will be without their starting star running back, Justice Haynes. Justice went down with that injury, will not play, but Jordan Marshall will play. Marshall has stepped up very well for the Wolverines, 871 rushing yards, 6.1 yard per carry average, and 10 rushing touchdowns. When you look at the Wolverines defense, they only give up 94 rushing yards per game to their opponents. So my friends, something's going to have to give here, okay? I am not I am not really impressed this season by Bryce Underwood. He came in this year that everybody was already acting like he was going to win the Heisman. Bryce Underwood only completing 62% of his passes for 2,126 yards, only 9 touchdown strikes, 5 interceptions. But my friends, let's be honest, their bread and butter all season long has been that rushing attack. Once again, averaging 224 yards rushing on the season per game. I look at the Buckeyes. What more can you say? I mentioned that the Buckeyes rushing attack has been coming on very fierce the last 5 games of the year. And they've been doing a tremendous job, the O-line. They've been protecting Julian Sagan, and they've been opening up huge holes for the Buckeyes rushing attack. Check out these stats. Against Rutgers, featured running back, true freshman Bo Jackson. What a job Bo Jackson has done, my friends, really. Bo Jackson against Rutgers, 19 carries, 110 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Against UCLA, 15 carries, 112 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Against Penn State, 13 carries, 105 rushing yards. My friends, he has been lights out this season. We are talking about Bo Jackson, 835 rushing yards, leads the team, an impressive 6.5 yard per carry average, and 5 rushing touchdowns. How about sophomore James Peoples? He's been coming on lately, and we need that from him. 344 rushing yards this season, 5.6 yard per carry average, and 3 rushing touchdowns. And senior C.J. Donaldson, bottom line, my friends, he is the powered back when we need that 1 or 2 yard carry to get a first down or to plunge in for the touchdown. C.J. Donaldson Jr. has been our guy. 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. And let's not forget true freshman Isaiah West, also pitching in with 2 rushing touchdowns this season. So my friends, bottom line, I believe this game will be won in the trenches. I know defensively, the Buckeyes have been tearing it up. Defensively, Coach Matt Patricia uses the 4-2-5 base defense. Sometimes he likes to go with the 3-4 with the multiple coverage. But overall, my friends, when you have linebackers like Arvell Reese, 60 tackles on the year. Arvell Reese, 6.5 sacks on the year. Leading tackler, Sonny Styles Jr. leads the team with 64 tackles on the year. Caden Curry, defensive line, 9 sacks on the year. Kenyatta Jackson, 4.5 sacks on the year. And Caden McDonald with 3 sacks on the year. My friends, as a team, they have 29 sacks as a team. Defensively, they have forced 12 turnovers. They've been consistent. 6 interceptions, 6 fumble recoveries. And my friends, when you look at this game, last season, we all remember what happened. Buckeyes came in. I don't know if they were overconfident. I don't know. The Buckeyes lost last season in the shoe, 13-10. I do believe it's going to be different this season. You heard it right here. I do believe the Buckeyes are going to bring their business-like approach like they have been bringing the last 4 or 5 weeks into Ann Arbor, the big house, and get it done. Now, Ryan Day's only win against Michigan was back in 2019, where the Buckeyes went into Ann Arbor and really just kicked the crap out of the Wolverines, beating them 56-27. I remember that game like it was yesterday. They controlled the line of scrimmage. Offensively, they look very well. I see the same thing happening, okay? I do believe that Ryan Day has learned from his 4 mistakes of losing to the Wolverines. I truly do. I do believe that Ryan Day knows that he has to go with his bread and butter at the time. And his bread and butter has been the 2 best receivers in college football, Cornell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, Superman. Jeremiah Smith, 69 grabs on the year for 902 receiving yards and leads the team with 10 receiving touchdowns. Cornell Tate, 39 grabs, 711 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns. And how about Max Clare, the big, strong tight end, 38 grabs, 400 receiving yards on the year, and 2 receiving touchdowns. And I got to tell you, Brandon Inniss has really come on with the injuries to Jeremiah Smith and Tate. Brandon Inniss, 29 receptions, 220 receiving yards, and also 2 receiving touchdowns. My friends, bottom line, this game is going to be won in the trenches. I'm just going to say this. If both of our splendid wide receivers play, it's going to be lights out for Michigan. Buckeyes will put them away. If only one of the receivers will play, they're still undecided what's going on with these 2 wide receivers. If one out of the 2 receivers will play, excuse me, that will definitely help out Julian Sayin, and I believe that the Buckeyes will still get the job done if 1 out of 2 plays. It could be a little closer. If both do not play, well, we should see what will happen at that point. But my friends, bottom line, I do believe that Ryan Day has learned from the 4 straight losses. Like I mentioned, his first win against Michigan was in 2019. 2020, the pandemic year, we did not play them. If you remember, Coach Harbaugh chickened out and did not want to bring his team into the shoe to play us because he knew he was going to get pummeled. And so they did not play in 2020. But from 2021 to 2024, Michigan has won 4 straight games versus our Buckeyes. I do believe that will change this Saturday afternoon in Ann Arbor, the big house. Like I said, my friends, bottom line, the Buckeyes, they've been bringing it all season long. Defensive line's been playing lights out. Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson, Caden McDonald, all been playing tremendous football. Linebackers could be the best in college football. Arvell Reese, the pride of Cleveland Glenville Tarblooders, splendid job this season. And, like I mentioned, linebacker Sonny Styles. What more can you say about him? But, my friends, and how about our defensive secondary? Caleb Downs, 49 tackles on the season. Let's not forget that. Matthews has been playing very well. Igbinosin, very well. So, my friends, look for the Buckeyes to get this game in the bag. Look for them to win and go to 12-0. And let's not forget, my friends, Buckeyes right now are riding a 15-game winning streak. 4 games last season in the playoffs that we won, and that does include the national championship beating Notre Dame, and now an 11-0 start to 2025. So, my friends, bottom line, the Buckeyes just need to take care of business. Rushing the ball, they average 170 yards. Brian Hartline needs to get that rushing attack established early in this game. I have always said a good rushing attack early in a game opens up the passing attack. I do believe that will happen. Okay, Bo Jackson has been on a tear. James People has been playing some really good football as of late. Like I mentioned, C.J. Donaldson, we're going to need his power running in this game. And Isaiah West, look for him to be called upon from time to time in this game. Bottom line, my friends, Michigan's offense has not been impressing me. Okay, Michigan, yes, we need to go out and stop Jordan Marshall, a very good running back. Like I mentioned, 10 rushing touchdowns. I do believe the Buckeyes will stymie him. I do believe that the Buckeyes will also bring the heat on Bryce Underwood. And so, my friends, bottom line, I like the Buckeyes to beat Michigan in this rivalry weekend game. Like always, my friends, you heard it right here. If you haven't yet subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. If you like this video, please click on the like button. Like always, check out Super Thanks, new on my program. And my friends, not only do I love to read your comments, but I love to get back to every comment that I do read. So please comment down below. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless you all. And from my family to all of yours, a blessed and safe, happy Thanksgiving. Peace out. God bless you all. Click on my face right up here to subscribe. And until next time, keep on watching, keep on subscribing, and keep on liking. Buckeye Vinny is out of here. OH, you finish. I'm out.